Most people think property development success comes down to experience. That's wrong. I've seen first-timers buy the right site and walk away with a great result. And I've seen experienced developers buy the wrong one and get absolutely smashed. The difference almost never comes down to skill. It comes down to one decision that you make before a single brick gets laid: the site you buy. Get it right, and even a few rookie mistakes along the way probably won't kill your profit. Get it wrong, and no amount of experience or clever thinking will save you. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to put yourself in the best position to buy the right site. Not theory, not checklists you'll forget. The actual process my team and I use after delivering more than $500 million worth of projects across Melbourne, Victoria. But here's what most people don't realise. Finding the right site is only half the equation. There's a role you need to play in every single one that nobody talks about. And if you don't step into it, even the perfect site can fall apart around you. I'll get into exactly what that role is later in the video. Let me put this as simply as I can. You cannot turn a bad site into a good outcome. Doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter how good your builder is, and it doesn't matter how many spreadsheets you've run. If the site doesn't stack up, meaning the numbers don't work and the project doesn't make financial sense, you're fighting a losing battle from day one. I've seen it play out so many times. Someone buys a block because it felt right, or because they got emotionally attached and paid more than they should have. They skip the homework, they don't run proper numbers, they let emotion drive the biggest financial decision of the project, and then they spend the next 12 to 18 months trying to wrestle that site into something that it was never going to be. Meanwhile, I've watched people with zero experience buy a genuinely good site, stumble through the process, take longer than they should have, spend more than they'd planned, and still walk away with a great product. Because the site did the heavy lifting for them. That's the lesson. The site sets the boundaries of what's possible. You're working within the limits you signed up for when you bought it. And no matter how good you get, you can't make jam out of pig shit. So the question becomes, how do you actually find the right one? It starts well before you ever inspect the property. The very first step has nothing to do with looking at sites. It starts with knowing exactly what you can afford. Your budget determines which locations make the most sense for you. It determines what type of development you can take on. A dual occupancy, a knockdown rebuild, a multi-townhouse development, all different price points, all different risk profiles. So, working closely with a good mortgage broker from the very start is critical. Not just any broker, one who understands a development lending, because the way you borrow for a development project is completely different to buying a family home. If you get your borrowing structure wrong, you could find yourself locked out of a project you actually want to do, or worse, locked into terms that eat away your profit at the back end. And while you're building that finance foundation, this is also the time to get your accountant across what you're doing. The right entity structure, whether that's a trust, a company, something else, can make a massive difference when it comes time to pay tax on your profit. Get it wrong, and you could hand over tens of thousands or more than you needed to. Same goes for your solicitor or conveyancer. If you're going in with a partner or doing a joint venture, which is where two or more people pool their money and resources to do a project together, those agreements need to be locked down before a single dollar changes hands. Not after, before. Because when real money is involved and things get complicated, you want that legal protection already sitting there, not something you're scrambling to put together after a disagreement. Even if you're going solo, having a solicitor review purchase contracts is one of the cheapest forms of insurance you'll ever get on a development. Once that foundation is in place, you're ready to build out the next layer of your team. Your finance and legal people protect you from risk. Your development team helps you assess the opportunity. This is the group of professionals who will actually tell you whether a site stacks up before you commit your money. Your town planner, your designer or architect, potentially a builder for early cost guidance, maybe an arborist if the site has trees on it. Here's the thing, you want these people in your corner before you find a site, not after. Build these relationships early. Have a coffee with them. Explain what you're trying to achieve. Let them know that you're actively looking and that when you find the right opportunity, you'll be engaging them. Why does this matter so much? Because when a good site hits the market, you might have days to make a decision, not weeks. And if you're starting from scratch, trying to find a planner while other buyers are already running their numbers, you're behind from the very get-go. The other reason is simple. If these professionals believe you're serious and that you're genuinely going to pull the trigger on a project, they'll give you their time on the due diligence before you buy. They'll help you because they know there's paid work coming on the other side. But if they think you're just tire kicking with no real intention of buying, that goodwill dries up real fast. So commit to building those relationships. It pays off when the pressure's on. And that takes us straight into the part that separates the people who find great sites from the ones who keep missing out on them. By the way, if you're serious about doing a project like this, make sure you join our Little Fish Network. It's our free property developer community with thousands of like-minded people sharing their wins, challenges, and lessons every day. Takes about 2 minutes to sign up. I dropped the link in the description. With your team around you and your finance sorted, there's one more thing you need to do that most people skip entirely. You need to become a nerd about your target area. Not a general, I know a bit about the property type person, a genuine, obsessive, data-driven expert in their specific suburbs where you want to develop. That means understanding the council zoning rules and planning controls, what you can build on a given block, what are the setbacks, what are the height limits, what overlays apply. That means knowing your comparable sales inside out. What are the finished townhouses actually selling for in that pocket right now? Not 2 years ago, but right now. And it means building out relationships with local real estate agents. These are people who you can call on before a site hits the open market if they know you're a serious, cashed up buyer. That's how the best sites get snapped up. Not on realestate.com, through relationships and reputation. If you skip this homework, you'll be relying on gut feel when a site comes up. And gut feel is what gets people into bad deals. Data is what keeps them out of them. The more you know about your area before a site comes up, the faster and more confidently you can move when it matters. Now, here's the part I mentioned at the start that nobody talks about. Every professional on your team is an expert in their own world. Your solicitor protects you legally, your accountant looks to maximize your tax position, your designer maximizes the floor plan, your builder prices the construction, your planner navigates council. They're all brilliant at their own piece of the puzzle, but none of them are looking at the whole picture. That's your job. You are the director of this project, the one who takes every piece of information from every expert and glues it together into the one clear decision. Does the site stack up? Yes or no? Nobody else will make that call for you. Here's the kicker. This is where most people come unstuck. They outsource their thinking to their team. They assume the planner will flag every issue. They assume the builder's quote covers everything. They assume the agent is giving them the full story. But each of these people only sees their piece. You're the one who needs to step back, look at how all those pieces fit together. But that means understanding a little bit about everything. Not enough to do their job, but enough to ask the right questions, challenge the right assumptions, and spot something that doesn't add up. Remember that point about comparable sales? This is exactly why it matters. If your designer puts 3 bedrooms in every floor plan, but you know from your research that 2-bedroom townhouses are what's actually moving in that pocket, you need to be the one to catch that out. Nobody else will. That one design call could be the difference between selling fast at a premium or sitting on the marketplace for months at a discount. You are the project manager of the whole development. Every decision flows through you, and the success of the project depends on how well you bring it all together. So let's pull it all together. If you've got your finance locked in, the right professionals around you, deep knowledge of your target area, and the discipline to wait for a site that genuinely stacks up on the numbers, you're in a seriously strong position, stronger than most people who jump into a development. And if you've done all the work and the site you're looking at still doesn't tick the boxes, that's not a failure, that's a win. It means that you just save yourself from a project that would have cost you real money, real time, and real stress. Keep your money and your energy for a site that does stack up. The last piece is timing. This whole process is built on patience and discipline. Move slowly, do the work, pass on enough sites that when the right one comes along, you recognize it instantly, and then move fast. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. If you want to keep learning, the best place to start is the Little Fish Network. It's completely free and it's full of people in there on the same journey. If you want hands-on guidance, we offer one-on-one mentoring where you get me in your corner helping you through each and every step of your project, from finding the right site all the way through to completion. And if you've already got a project in mind and you want help managing it or finding the right site, that's exactly what our project management and buyer's advocacy service are built for. I've dropped the links in the description below, and if you're still here, I appreciate you sticking around right to the end. Do me a favor, give the video a hype and a like, drop a comment with any questions you have. We reply to all of them. It really does make a difference and helps us keep creating this stuff for free. I'm Peter Kelly. Till the next one, see you at the top.